So we get to draft now. Finally got, at least we hope we finally got all of the players with us.
Cream Esports, we asked them to do something a little bit whack in the draft phase. I don't think that starts in ban. Standard ban comes through, then pulls something surprise out in the pick ban. That is a little bit more difficult with the new pick system because you have an extra moment to go, hang on, what's all this stun coming through? Ban out a couple things that are key to a composition with that second ban phase.
If they can't play Elsu or Darcy, I would ban those. Yep, there we go. Ban Elsu, and then hopefully get Darcy. They did play Darcy last week. It didn't really work out in their favor, unfortunately.
No. Was the best Cream performance to date, though, last week?
Yes, it was. But I think it's been a week, and they may have perfected and improved on their Darcy play. So hopefully Nova is going to hand them over Darcy, and then Cream has a winning chance.
I don't remember Cream's Darcy performance.
It was not bad.
Nova do get rid of an Annette. That does leave Darcy on the cards. Cream Esports taking too long. This should have been an insta-lock-in, but I think they were gambling on the fact that they would have gotten the Sephora as well if this comes through.
Wait, where is the Darcy
upset.
pick? Take Darcy.
Well, you got to make him work.
L'Oreal.
We have seen Darcy be grabbed by a team who could not make him function.
But having a bad Darcy is 1,000 times better than the other team having a good Darcy. Because bad Darcy is fine. Bad Darcy is just an alright mage. Good Darcy wins video games.
Oh wait, they did not play Darcy actually last week. They banned it, but wow, no one is picking Darcy.
No, he's in.
Oh, sorry, he's in.
He did get in, yeah. And Varus and Sephora are the first two for Nova.
That Varus will win the top lane against almost everything in the video game today. Sephora, very good in the mid or support role. I'd actually prefer it to be a support coming through, because I don't really believe in Sephora's matchup into Darcy, although this looks like a jungle Darcy, so file me under happy.
I love that.
I am.
And with the Tulin in the mid lane, that's going to give them so much early game pressure as well.
I'll do it.
To protect the Darcy and make sure he gets to his late game stage. So, yeah, Teamy would be good. Bottom, I think, is better.
The other thing they were considering was
Bottom would be way better. Yeah, Alice.
Because they have two mages.
Yeah, I like it.
So much magic damage to amplify.
It is Alice with Tulin.
Yes, sir.
Not necessarily literally with Tulin. Oh, I don't know. Do you think they'll stick together?
I suspect this will be a roaming Alice. One of the strongest parts of Alice, particularly in this meta, is the speed boost she gives to her whole team. She can bring her entire team up to maximum speed.
Friendship.
That is the name of the ability, not something he likes, although I also assume he likes friendship.
I do.
Illumia, we had a little glance at Crixie, who's still in the game, and they may have forgotten. I can tell you, Toro, and this is not from my own depths of my weary brain, but from our brilliant team upstairs who are helping us with the show, Toro's not on the LATAM server.
I'm disappointed.
He's not coming, TJ.
But also,
if you want, I'll draw him on a post-it and stick it on your screen for you. You can pretend he's there.
Regions that Toro is out in, European region, I think that's like it. In the Western world.
Is getting closer to an appearance.
If that happens, it would be weird.
Okay.
So I'd prefer, this Liliana. Illumia's not bad, but just Liliana's better. So.
Now we go for our second stage of bans, of course. Nova will go first in there.
Yeah, so Cream, Nova has actually banned the Murad. They had all of the heroes that have been picked already. They usually ban Elsu, Sephora as their two main, and they're already called for. Then Liliana's normally the other ban. They actually have banned a lot. So, and they picked Liliana just now. So now they can actually target ban probably some key side laners.
You get rid of the things that can beat the Varus.
Yep.
In this case, the Roxy, whose wave clear is terrifying, whose Agni's Grasp is one of the few abilities that can bring a Varus to heal. But I'd also look to see them maybe get rid of an Omen, maybe an ADC.
Yeah, or even a Rioma, because Rioma is a very good pick. And there is ADC. Lindis will be taken off.
But why Lindis? Because
Cream likes to ban, they have banned Wonder Woman and Nakroth, in addition to all the other bans that we see there. Florentino, Darcy are their favorite brands, and then Varus, Roxy, Nakroth, Wonder Woman are the other ones that normally tend to ban as well. So
we saw No Mercy on Lindis last week too.
Yeah, but the reason I question it is because I do believe Jungle Darcy has a really good matchup into Lindis. Generally, characters with no dash are really fun to play into as Darcy. I've been playing a lot. The biggest problem with Darcy is that it takes a while for his dimensional cube to pop. It sits there for a moment, it thinks about it, then it blows up.
Thinks
if
about
you're
it.
playing into characters that don't have movement abilities, like Lindis, you can have a field day.
Yeah,
because they
1.25
can't leave.
seconds to be exact, TJ. That's
Yeah.
a long time.
That's very impressive endeavor.
1001.25 is when the dimensional cube explodes. So when you
Is that
combo,
how he plays? Counts to
Pretty much.
1,000 and then runs away.
when you combo
Oh.
that dimensional portal with the dimensional cube, it's actually a crazy sick combo because the portal can also stun people if he
Yeah.
teleports himself to that portal.
Yeah, you can drop the cube on the portal, pull them back to that, and then jump in yourself with the second hit on the portal. Valheim and Violet complete our bans, and with Lindis in there as well, that's a lot of marksmen leaving the field.
The Valheim ban makes sense to me again as something that can be dangerous into Varus just because of the full stun cycle. Again, not a big fan of the Violet ban, but it makes a little bit more sense. The problem is Nova Esports, I think, were entirely content running a pretty good side lane. Telenos doesn't have any mobility to deal with Darcy, but she does have something worse for the Darcy, and that is long-ranged burst damage.
Yeah.
That Eagle Eye is very, very good at zoning the Darcy out of a fight, because the Darcy does need to get relatively close in order to use the cube.
And we have actually seen Reg USA fall to the Darcy able to land dimensional portal, marking the Talonus that he played, and then teleporting the Talonus right back to be then destroyed. So that's something that Cream needs to combo against the Talonus pick here of Nova.
Ooh,
The Joker's in, Crashed is in, and the final one,
I like the Zill map.
Zill.
Yeah.
I really like it, because he's able to get right into the back lines, get right to the root of the issue.
Yeah, Zill counters Darcy, counters Tulin, and counters Joker. He's an assassin that loves to get on the squishy carries, and Joker is the ultimate. He hates Zill the most because Zill is a magic damage hero, and Joker is immune to physical damage when he uses his pick card, any card ability. So Joker does not like Zill at all, and that's a really solid pick for Nova.
But this is a decent team fight comp from Cream. They have the big stuns from the Metamorphosis. You can follow that up with Hissy Fit, with the Sunshine stuns from the Alice. Then you have the Darcy to lay in the damage with the amped, amped magic damage from the Hissy Fit onto stunned grouped people. I actually really kind of like that.
Yeah, that's a combo. If they can pull this off, Cream has a good chance. Win the early game, and then snowball it, get Darcy to the late game, and then put map pressure, play around your jungle timers. Their timers really dictate how you should rotate, where you should gank. The jungle, the dragon, the slayer, your wave timers. I mean, you can do it, Cream. There's a lot to think about, but you got this.
But as Daniel would say, this is one of those TJ Dreamland combos.
Ooh.
Where it needs to be one thing into the other thing into the other thing, and then you win. But it's like 4 steps. And the odds of anyone ever managing to execute a 4-step combo in competitive play are really low unless you're a very well-organized team. Cream hasn't looked it.
Yeah, you just need discipline. It's not actually that hard.
Ooh.
It's just sequencing 1, 2, and 3. It's like your domino effect of dying. Just repeat that with the combo.
Oh,
Just like the domino effect of dying, but
Combo it. Yeah.
but in a positive way.
do
Correct.
the inverse of what you're doing, is what he's
Exactly.
saying. But
Right.
it's really mean.
No, I'm sharing like you can learn from your failures and turn into successes. That's life, right?
He's writing a
That's
book.
deep, actually.
I'm
Yeah.
being a philosophy, person right now.
Not
Or a
philosophy.
philosopher.
Philosopher. There we go.
So do what you were doing, Cream, but the other way around, and with less dying and more winning. Let's find out if they can do it. They've got a bit of a tough opposition. You might have heard of them. They're the reigning champions of LATAM. Here we go. Looking forward to this. Cream and Nova.
A chance for Cream Esports to defy expectations. A chance for Nova to take a victory lap round the course before taking their ticket to Sydney. And we're right off the bat into a pause.
Yeah, so it's a spectator pause. Oh, it's a call by Cream Esports here. Hopefully they're not having any connection issues. We did have issues last week with Brazil, specifically with the connections part, so hopefully that's not happening again.
Hey, we have the time, so let's talk about league operations with regards to pausing. The reason you may notice that the vast majority of the pauses are called by our spectator is because officially you have to message the admins, say, hey, we need a pause because blank. And then the admins are very nice and they pause the game. So, even though it may look like we're pausing the game, in this case it was requested by Cream and validated. So I assume they are having technical issues with one of their players.
Yeah, and this is a hopefully a good time to kind of talk about the early game and really get into the nitty-gritty details. You think about it, you clear jungle 1, you go to jungle 2, people turn level 3, then right around the 2-minute mark, the Abyssal Dragon spawns, the Spirit Sentinel's up there, you turn level 4, and that is the time where great teams, they take that, what I call power spike with the levels, and then do something with it. And if Cream can do something with that power spike, especially when Darcy has Dimensional Portal open, you know, they can make some moves, TJ.
Yeah, that is the world Cream Esports need to live in, particularly with the fast clear time of the Darcy. You can see how quickly he's shredding the jungle. I think he's one of the most powerful junglers in the game. It's entirely possible they manage to get something out of it.
You can see Nova is putting more mid lane pressure. Tulin should be able to outplay and put more pressure into Liana in this case, and that's what they need around that 2-minute mark when Dragon spawns. They need to win the mid lane and make sure Tulin gets level 4 first.
MaxiC loses that Seagull up top, and quite a lot of his HP. That actually gets very dangerous. He has to blow an early game heal to survive.
Yeah, you can see now Arco is going to support Neo here and try to put the pressure mid lane, but look, they have both low, mid lane and top lane, and level 4.
Rakusa, the star player. The Darcy's already gone. A good pickup there from the team.
And exactly.
Oh. 0-8, you shouldn't be this far forward. That's not where you're supposed to stand.
Yeah, now they're hitting 2 deaths per minute now, almost. It's 2 minutes. That's one thing I look for. They got to be careful. They're going to lose the dragon. But again, level 4 power spike. No mercy. Going in there, grabbing Red USA. That's exactly what you want to do. And Nova LATAM showing us why they're the best team in Latin America.
Like I said, a potential victory lap for them.
And Sir Mustard's on this tail on us, TJ. I just noticed that.
Yeah, you're always very excited by whatever he's doing. Why is 0-8 just living here? Behind the tower.
Oh, no.
No mercy does get an Abyssal and the full commit. Arkol in trouble. Will go down. Tick needs to back up here as the Riki shot does chase him. Shaka actually just going all the way through.
Ouch.
Will confirm a double kill on the fight.
Yeah, that's another thing. Don't check the dragon. They should have traded, and that's one thing I like what Maxi's doing here. He's trying to trade, get vision, and that's what they need to do. When they're losing bottom lane like that, you need to put pressure across the other side of the map, and I'm glad that they're doing that. So some positive things that Cream is doing, even though, you know, they're losing this game.
And the Golem will be secure. Nicely
Nice.
done by Rakusa. But he didn't actually all go that great, because aside from that Golem they stole away, they lost a sizable chunk of their jungle. Their own Golem's being taken up now because that bot tower is already down.
Right, and you can see now the pressure from Nova into the dragon part of the map here, taking the jungle as well. Nice steal by Arco. This is one thing that Cream continue to do. They're now trading, which they're doing a good job. They might get a kill
The
here.
chase! The giant squid! He does find an opening kill,
And
and
he gets
this
a
actually
tower.
means the tower may go their way, but down bottom things are not going fantastically.
Right.
As another kill does get picked up, Adol grabbing Arkol there, and it will be the tower itself falling.
Ooh, and Neo gets a kill onto Shaka on Liliana here. So Shaka playing Liliana, so nice job by Neo. So Cream, you know, although they're losing this game still, they're behind, they're showing signs of life. This is why, you know, they're still a top 6 team in Latin America. And they have potential here. They just now need to make sure they minimize their mistakes and deaths.
It's always fun whenever people watch teams that are, Adol pulled back. Very good support play there by MaxiC on the crash, pumping Adol out of his control. They even landed a good hissy fit. They don't have any magic damage to follow up. Neo actually tries to retreat, gets caught by a double stun.
What a nice double stun there for sure. But you can see the pressure of No Mercy. He literally 1v2'd. He could, and you can see why Zill is such a good counter to Joker. Tix is getting destroyed by the Zill, and he's getting so fed, TJ. He's at 2.7k gold.
It's hard to steal jungle from a Darcy. The burst damage is unparalleled.
Yeah, you have to time around the Dimensional Cube there, and basically use the Dimensional Cube to then steal that farm away from him.
A problem I'd like to highlight, though, for Cream is they rarely seem to have their players in their lane during this early phase. We keep seeing Arkol having to like stop these towers from just being washed up against my minion waves like this. Means they're not getting maximum farm, and they're not stopping setups for tower takes. MaxiC needs to flee here. He's stunned up, double stun, won't land. The Riki shot chases him behind tower. but will not connect.
Yeah, the hope though is Red USA has got another kill. That's one kill there onto 0-8, and now they can rotate and collapse here onto Sir Muster, hopefully.
Neil will back out mid-tower, does fall again. Arkol not finding the ideal combo. Hizzy Fit will be laid down just for the wave clear. Cream Esports fall back, playing safe.
Yeah, they fall back playing safe, but right now they are around close to that 2 deaths per minute right now, and they need to limit that. They need to protect these towers though, because they're losing towers at a very accelerated rate.
Portal just spent, pulls No Mercy back. Very well done by Reg USA. He's doing damage. Fortunately, the rest of his team isn't able to stay alive in these fights. This is such a good rotate game from Nova.
Yeah, they're putting so much pressure on the top lane and the bottom lane. 0-8 here is going to pressure towards that guy. And look at Shaka. Gets a kill onto Reg USA.
Dives in. Faster than the speed of light. Will be able to grab the kill. This wave should connect with the tower. And when it does, the tower will fall. Foxtrot even coming through. Shaka not feeling threatened at all. Willing to spend his major mobility option just to clear wave.
Yeah, and the key now with how aggressive Nova is playing, Cream needs to group up. They need to do like a 4 versus 3 here and try to get a pick, especially Sir Mustard. Look at his position. It's way too aggressive as Talonus. They can literally jump on him and get a kill.
Does pull them back. That's massive. With the Metamorphosis, Shaka's gone. Sir Mustard should be picked up as well. The poison gas doesn't explode for enough, though. There is enough of a turn with 0-8 pushing forward. Reg USA just needs to get out of here. He spends his dimensional walk, but it's not nearly enough. Neo now needs to finish the kills. Does have a Thunderbird, does have the damage, but I'm not sure he wants to chase into a 1v2.
I love the decision by Cream there.
0-8.
Wow.
We'll just be swatted. You're not that far ahead.
Yeah, this is actually the best I've seen Cream play against the #1 team. 7-13, that is not bad at all. 17K almost to 22K. They are looking, okay, they have a chance to get back in this game. Darcy's going to start getting to his late game stage. The key is he's got to be careful of Sir Muster, Shaka, and No Mercy. Just keep his distance, and he'll be fine.
I do feel Nova Esports are just being a little bit overconfident, though.
They are. They are.
Their positioning, I called it out earlier when the Liliana was willing to jump into Fox form just to take a tower. Like, they're just not worried about Cream grabbing it.
But Cream is at least responding, and they're comboing really well. Neil, you're in big trouble here.
Yeah, a lot of trouble coming through. No Mercy.
Oh,
just keeps going. He can't be stopped. They get him quite low. Finally, Maxi C is looking for the kill, but he doesn't really have the damage. And Reg USA, in the meantime, is just picked up. The Metamorphosis won't be enough. Maxi C himself is chains down and will be taken out.
And that is an ace, TJ. 5 down just like that. They take the dragon. 5-man collapse. Sir Mustard doing so much damage from behind, and of course, No Mercy just going in there, getting 2 kills instantly himself. Azil executing his Tornado ultimate and the wind blades and wind shifts there, and just going into Cream's team and taking all these kills.
I'd like to draw your attention towards the bottom tower, where a wave just crashed into tower, and there was nobody from Cream Esports to receive it. And that's not the first time, even this game, I've noticed that happening.
Yeah, you lose a lot of gold there, and lane gold is so critical. Those minions give so much gold each, and you cannot afford to lose any of them as a team that's behind here, because they're going to be almost 10K gold behind, close to the 9-minute mark.
And it's just a sign of a lack of communication and map awareness from Cream. You need to be saying, okay, waves crashing down bottom, who's going to be locking that down? Who's getting that free goal?
And map awareness has been the theme of the game. They've given up free towers on the top with no one protecting the lane. And look at this, the Drake has been dropped, and they're going to pressure this Darkseer lane.
Maxi C will need to play back. Does have a Metamorphosis. Rage meter's not full though, so he's going to need to spend a few more abilities on the Crashed in order to be able to go in. The portal did land. Adol chunks down. Dimensional Cube wasn't on point. He's got the Tides of Life. He'll stay safe while Arkol falls in trade. The Drake all the while is just chipping away at this tower. I'm not sure they can hold it. Maxi C needs to be perfect. There's the Metamorphosis. Adol split up with 0-8. No Mercy. They just dive in. It's only Rakuta and Maxi to hold the game. They can't do it. 2 kills is all they get. And Nova wash forward to take game #1 over Cream.
Yeah, and I knew they were going to go in really hard after they take down High Ground Tower. You see the Crash Metamorphosis come up, but you saw 0-8 jump in there along with No Mercy and just deleted the back line of Cream there. And honestly, Cream, they did a good job. They had a few good fights. They're taking advantage of the over-aggression from Nova, but in the end, No Mercy just got too far ahead, and the map pressure that Nova had across the top and bottom lanes, taking all these towers so early, showed why they're the dominant team.